You're listening to the Business and Life Conversations podcast with Angela Henderson, episode 205. Hey there, you're listening to the Business and Life Conversations podcast. My name is Angela Henderson, and on this show, we talk about improving your business, life, or both by having amazing and rich conversations with brilliant guests who will inspire you and who will give you tips and tricks to help you grow both in life and in business. Well, hey there, you amazing human, and welcome back to another awesome episode of the Business and Life Conversations podcast. I am your host, Ange, from Angela Henderson Consulting, where I'm an international award-winning business consultant and coach who has helped thousands of amazing women business owners get all the pieces in place to have consistent 4- and 5-figure months and then on to 6- and 7+ figure years without burning out in the process. $10,000 a month, $20,000 months, $50,000+ months, $100,000+ months, and so on and so on and so on is great. But what I've learned over the years is that holistic wealth is far more important than just money. I'm sharing this because in the last month, in either paid programs that I'm personally in or with some conversations that I've been having with people inside of Profit Pillars, my mastermind, or one-on-one, I have continually been seeing people getting disappointed and beating themselves up that they haven't hit their big revenue month yet. But what if you have hit wealth in other ways? Holistic wealth. You see, wealth isn't just about dollars, cars, houses, stocks, crypto, NFTs. It's about feeling rich in all aspects of life. At a basic level, Keisha O'Blair defines holistic wealth as emphasis wealth in key aspects of life, including financial wealth, physical wealth, emotional wealth, and spiritual wealth. For me personally, some months it is the financial wealth that is the front runner, but more often than not, other months, my financial wealth may drop, but my emotional and spiritual wealth have increased. Here are some examples for me to explain a little bit more in depth about what I mean by holistic wealth. In December, I had a breast reduction. This operation allowed me to pretty much be headache-free, back-free, and I could play more freely with my kids. So in the month of December, my win was around physical wealth. Another example is I saw my hypnotherapist for 4 straight weeks in February in the lead up to my husband and I separating. This month, my wealth was around emotional wealth. And also just recently, I saw my healer. And that month, my win was on spiritual and emotional wealth. But when we choose to just focus on wealth, meaning wealth, financial wealth, we are missing out on so much more goodness in our life, restricting us from happiness. Now, I'm not saying you can't have high revenue months mixed with other categories of wealth. 100% you can. But I just want to share a different lens as to what areas of, wealth might look like for those of you that aren't seeing financial wealth as quickly as you want. As I mentioned above, holistic wealth includes key aspects in life like financial wealth, physical wealth, emotional wealth, and spiritual wealth. But for me personally, I'm defining holistic wealth simply as feeling rich in all aspects of life. And for me personally, all aspects of life means financial wealth, physical wealth, emotional and mental wealth, spiritual wealth, relationships wealth, community wealth, and self-wealth. So my question to you is, are you just focusing on financial wealth because that's what you're taught and that's what you see and that's what you consume every single day? And if so, do you feel rich in all aspects of life? Well, let me answer that for you. If you're constantly just focusing on financial wealth, I can tell you now that you are not feeling rich in all aspects of life because you aren't making time for other parts of wealth to flow into your world. So where have you been neglecting wealth in other areas of your life? Or maybe you're not neglecting it, but rather you aren't prioritizing it or seeing it as just as important because you've given financial wealth the key to all things wealthy. I really, really would love for you to sit around this topic and this concept around holistic wealth. Because once you see holistic wealth, accept holistic wealth, start to notice holistic wealth, the wealth that will come into your world will start to shift in many different ways. You'll probably have more gratitude, and you'll also make more space for other types of wealth because you see it as equally as important. And guess what? You will probably be more happy. Here is to more holistic wealth versus just financial wealth. Now, if you'd like to get some help with growing or scaling your business, then I'd like to invite you to my new program, Profit Pillars Kickstart, Gaining Momentum with the 90-Day Sprint. Inside of the 90-Day Sprint, you could experience things like increase in revenue, understanding more about holistic wealth, clarity and strategic direction, boosting momentum, a stronger mindset, increasing your confidence, and so much more. Inside of the 90-Day Sprint, you're going to get a 30-minute strategy session with me, 3 monthly live group goal setting, 3 monthly live workshops with guest experts, 3 live mindset calls, fortnightly group hot seat calls, co-working sessions, access to 40+ trainings inside of our business vault, and access to our Facebook community for 90 days. And for just $15 a day, seriously, send me an email at info@angelahenderson.com.au or send me a DM at Angela Henderson Consulting, and let's get you in there and let's start shifting your business so you can have more wealth in all areas of life. And before I sign off, please remember that my team and I will be putting together the show notes for this episode at angelahenderson.com.au. Have a fabulous day, you amazing human, and I look forward to you joining me next week for another awesome episode of the Business and Life Conversations podcast. Here's to holistic wealth. Thanks for listening to the Business and Life Conversations podcast with Angela Henderson. www.angelahenderson.com.au